A warning for listeners that this story features discussion of rape and sexual assault. In 2010, 9-year-old Emily reported to police the sexual abuse she had been enduring at the hands of her mother's boyfriend for more than a year. Emily had spoken to her mother previously about the abuse, but she didn't believe her. "I decided to report because no one was listening to me," Emily said. She said the female officer taking her report did not seem to believe her story, which made Emily question her own claims. "The process was very scary. It was like the police did not believe me," Emily said. In 2010, when Emily reported her sexual assault, police in Victoria recorded about 7,200 others. That number has almost doubled since then. Now 19 years old, Emily said more people are reporting their experiences of sexual crime because there is more support for victims now than when she reported her stepdad's abuse a decade ago. She said, "People actually listen to us now. The rise in sexual crime has played a massive role in people being listened to," she said. "As horrible as that is, this is what had to happen," Emily said. She also said there is still a long way to go. "There are still so many people out there that laugh about it, that belittle survivors," she said. The Victorian Crime Statistics Agency found the number of sexual crimes reported across the state has risen almost every year, with more than 13,500 sexual offences recorded between March 2018 and March 2019 alone. Forum convener for the Victorian Centres Against Sexual Assault, CASA, Karen Hogan, said the spike in reports could be both the result of offences occurring at higher rates and more people recording sexual crimes. She said, quote, "The way to stop abuse is by naming it." Ms. Hogan said the rise in reported sexual assaults could also be attributed to the 2013 Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sex Abuse, during which sexual assault gained recognition as a significant issue for many women and children. She said, quote, "It is the Commission that has validated for people that sexual assault is occurring. Our community is now saying this is wrong and we need to do something about it," end quote. While Ms. Hogan said attitudes towards sexual assault are shifting, this is not the experience for some victims. 21-year-old Sarah, who received support from CASA, said some detectives suggested she was at fault for the repeated rape and stalking by her boyfriend just a week ago. She said, quote, "The police made it as easy for me as they could, but there were some detectives who blamed me, saying that I was stupid for going back to him knowing he had done it in the past," end quote. Sarah said she still felt comfortable reporting her incident to police despite suggestions from some officers she was to blame for her sexual assaults. She said, "More people feel comfortable coming forward and police are beginning to realise that it is such a serious crime and that it needs to be stopped." Associate Professor Becky Badegol from the Faculty of Law at Monash University said the shame that can be associated with sexual crimes may deter victims from reporting the incident, but survivors now have more confidence that their reports will be acted on by the police. She said social attitudes to gender-based violence and sexual abuse of children are shifting in Australia. The rise in reported sexual crimes is a national trend, with more than 26,000 victims reporting sexual offences across Australia in 2018, which is more than 475 than in 2017. If you or anyone you know needs help, please contact the Sexual Assault Crisis Hotline on 1800 806 292. Listeners, please note that some names have also been changed to protect victims' identities.